Cheddar, 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 chezz. Cheddar, 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 chezz. Cheddar, 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 chezz. Cheddar, 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 chezz.
What's up, guys? My name is CheddarChezz, and I'm bringing you guys some mediocre gameplay, but we're on the perspective of my buddy Wickedshrapnel here. Wicked, say hello.
Hello.
And you just had to load my grenade there. What'd you think of that one?
I didn't like that grenade too much.
It's okay. It's a love-hate relationship. We're doing a little dual comm action here. I'm gonna set the scene for you guys. This is, I think, a weekend, but it's around 2 a.m. or later. We'd both been drinking, and we decided. I think we were with a party and split up, and everyone kind of went to bed, and we decided it was a good time for a 1v1. So this is a best of 3. You guys aren't even gonna believe how the scores are. It's just. It's really funny and it's really fair and balanced and it's pretty good gameplay. But yeah, I forgot to record my perspective, but you will see that as the backdrop for this entire thing. So
Yeah, it almost seemed like this was scripted for Hollywood, but it wasn't. I swear this was not planned out.
And we weren't drinking the same drink, so we weren't in the same mindset. So
Yeah,
I don't think that had anything to do with it.
I think I drank 1.5 liters of wine. This was the night when I drank the 1.5 liters of wine.
Yeah, and I think I went out to somebody's birthday party and had some beers in my stomach.
And this was, I think we were getting ready to play a game, and I had been in private matches playing Search and Destroy. I think we were playing scrims, and accidentally started this match. And it was like, what? Search and Destroy? And it was in a private match. And we're like, oh, let's just play it out.
Yeah, we rolled with it, and yeah, this was really fun. This is probably the serious fun side that we had that night. So yeah, it was a good time. But we're going to take this time to learn a little bit about the man named Shrapnel himself, and let's hear about your roots in gaming, where it all started for you. What got you interested in all this?
As far back as I can remember, just being like probably 4 or 5 years old and having this old, I don't even know what it was. It was maybe Atari, or Commodore 64, and you had to actually load games off of audio tapes. Just if you can even remember cassette tapes that you put in a Walkman, they used to load computer programs on there, and you'd stick that tape in. So this was even before floppy disks, and you'd load the program off this tape drive onto the computer. And one of the first games I can remember playing was Joust, with these little birds, and you fly around, and you were a guy like on the back of this big flying ostrich-looking bird, and you try to jab the other birds and kill them. So that's one of the first games I can remember playing. And then after that, my parents actually ran a private school. So I went to this private school that my parents ran. It was like a Christian school that the church ran. And
that would explain your good taste in music nowadays and all your iTunes stuff.
Yeah, I had a repressed childhood, so I rebelled as soon as I had the chance. So at the school, my dad had bought some arcade games, and one was Asteroids, and it's almost like Geometry Wars now, except it was just all black and white, and I think there was a little ball that you spun around, and there was just a fire button, and you'd fly around shooting asteroids out of the sky.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Yep. So that was probably my far back as the roots I can remember. And then I played Nintendo and Nintendo 64. I had a job at Blockbuster where that's pretty much what my job was playing GoldenEye on Nintendo 64. That was probably my first person shooter.
Yeah, I'd have to agree that GoldenEye really kind of was my intro to the first-person shooter, and I just remember the first level, and you got to go shoot a guy with the silenced PP7. Like, I still can't forget it, because, yeah, I think that was my introduction to all that.
Yeah, I played that game so much. It was my job.
So were you ever a PlayStation guy? Did you get the PS1 like most people did?
I remember playing Tomb Raider on PS1. And that's really the only game I remember playing on PS1.
Did you get a PS2?
No, I don't think I had a PS2. I think I had Xbox. instead of.
So I'm gonna guess that you had Halo for Xbox.
Yes, I played the original Halo, and I didn't really do online gaming on the original Xbox because I had a hacked Xbox that you couldn't get online with.
Man, you've been rebelling all your life. You should send this video to your parents and be like, you know what? Look what you did to me. No, all is well, all is well. But yeah, I remember I used to love going over to my cousin's house because they had the original Xbox, and I was like, you can drive a tank in space? This is amazing. Like, how much better can it get? But yeah.
And I hacked the Xbox and put like a 500 gigabyte hard drive in it and just loaded it up with games so you could play all these games straight off the hard drive. It was pretty sweet.
The views expressed by Wickedshrapnel are not those of any affiliates or Diet Coke who should sponsor me because I love Diet Coke. But yeah, okay. And then I'm guessing
none
you
of them
graduated.
copywritten games. They were just all open source games, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Of course, we just have to say that for everyone out there. But then I'm guessing you graduated to the Xbox 360.
Yes, but I resisted the Xbox 360 for a long time because let me see. Oh, this game, like my first online game that I played was on PC, and it was Soldier of Fortune 2. I don't know if you've ever played that on PC.
I haven't, but I know what it is.
And I got addicted to that, just playing online, and I'd go home after work and play Soldier of Fortune 2 until it was time to go to bed, and for months and months. And so I knew that I was totally had the addictive personality to video games, so I resisted even getting an Xbox 360 because I knew as soon as I did, that's what I would be doing.
You tried to express your willpower there.
Yep, and for years I didn't have one. I don't know when it first came out, but I didn't have one for probably 2 or 3 years after it came out because I didn't get one until it'll be like 2 years this August is when I got my Xbox 360.
Yeah, I definitely hopped on the Xbox 360 train late, but yeah, I'd mentioned that I only had a Sega and an N64 growing up, and then I was just heavy on PC. But yeah, Medal of Honor Allied Assault was my game that was like, oh my god, I can't wait to get home from school and play with all my friends for like 6 hours straight, and then eat dinner and play some more. Like, that was kind of my opening to that. With the whole, I guess the online multiplayer was where it was at.
Yep, and I'd say we're both online gaming addicts.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
join the support group.
You know what? Keeps me off the streets.
Yeah,
cutting people and shanking and all that.
And that was kind of my excuse too, because when I first moved here to Austin, I was just going out partying like every night. So after about, I don't know, a year or two of that,
and an empty pocket.
Yeah, I decided I needed to calm down with the partying, and so this was another addiction to substitute that won't kill my body.
Exactly. And it does not fry your mind, contrary to what mothers believe out there. It does not fry your mind. But yeah, I guess I'm definitely in the same boat there. My girlfriend had actually purchased the Xbox, big ticket item, great present, love it. But yeah, I used to rage a lot, and definitely need to settle down, especially being in college. So got my grades back together, and all is well. But yeah, definitely filled a void that I guess need to be filled in a more productive way.
Yep.
But
and it's a good way to socialize with friends. It's really the only way that I get to hang out with my friends from high school in Ohio.
Yeah, definitely. All my friends seemed like the PS3. I don't know what's wrong with them, but yeah, it's all right. I still got a bunch of friends on Xbox also.
Yep.
But I guess that kind of ties into Texas. Now, you're gonna have to set the scene for that as well. Was it work or pleasure? Did you move there for your job, or did you just want to go there and find a job, or how did that all end up? How'd you end up where you're at?
Well, I'm originally from Ohio, and right after high school, I went to college for just like a quarter or it was a semester first in Tennessee Technological University, and then I moved back to Ohio to Youngstown State University and twisted my ankle, and so I wanted to drop out of college just for a quarter while I had this twisted ankle because my classes were all over the campus, and it was sucked to go class to class on crutches. So I dropped out, and then my uncle offered me a job in Omaha, Nebraska. So I lived there for 10 years and just working for my uncle. And then there was some financial problems with my uncle's company, and he had to cut everyone's pay by 40%. and that was like a huge pay cut. I was living paycheck to paycheck, so I couldn't live on 40% of what I was, or 40% less of what I was making. So I put a resume on Hot Jobs, and computer company that I work for that I won't say, but I'm sure you could figure out, called me and gave me an online interview, and they're like, well, can you be here Monday? So this went from my pay getting cut 40%, put a resume on Hot Jobs. They called me the next day and wanted me here like the following week. And I'm like, no, I got to give a 2 weeks notice at least. And then my house, I still had a house there. So I moved down here when my house was still, I had to put my house up for sale, and it didn't sell for like 2 months when I first moved down here. And so I moved here for my job, and I love my job now, and I love Austin, Texas. It's a cool party town.
You love guns too.
I do. I love guns.
Yeah.
And so that's how I got here.
Yeah, that's you know what? You're as much as that 40% pay cut kind of that I mean that's a terrible thing obviously, especially when you have to live paycheck to paycheck, but it's kind of a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
I mean, and to think that you got your house sold in 2 months nowadays, people have their houses sitting on the market for such a long time. So
yeah, that was in 2007, so it was right before the big
the
crash.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, well that's really good.
It all worked out.
Yeah, that's crazy that you got a job that fast too. I mean, that is absolutely nuts. So yeah, that's a pretty damn awesome story if you ask me.
I was pleasantly surprised.
But yeah, now I gotta touch on the gameplay a little bit. This is game 3. I 4-0'd Shrap the first game. He 4-0's me the second game, and now it is 3-2 me, 2-3 him. This is just, I can't even get over how this turned out. This was such a fun night. Yeah. I can't even get over it.
It's crazy how close these games are too, because going 4-0 then 4-0 back and forth was crazy, and then
going 1 for 1. Yeah, it's just nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
I'm having a hard time getting up in that spot.
You know what? I'm actually glad that we reached this part of the video, because I was going to say, don't you dare feel bad about that, because I do the same damn thing. If you don't take a running start on it, you're not going to get on it.
Yep.
So after a liter and a half of wine, we're going to forgive you for that. It's okay. We're going to let it slide, guys. So don't you dare give him a hard time for that.
That's right. So I'm creeping around the map looking for you here.
Don't seem to find me yet. I'm sneaky. I am going to challenge you to a rematch, but I will not do that until I get my internet upgraded for, just to be fair, because your internet's better than mine by far, and yeah, I hate my internet. So it just gives me an excuse to try to get them moving the ball faster so I can get faster internet in my building.
Need faster internet for the rematch.
Yes, that's the only reason why. Granted, my YouTube uploads, look at me, spinning around like an MLG tryhard. Shit! It is tied.
3-3, it all comes down to this. Oh my god, oh my god.
And we got the drunken Canadian spectating now, and I'm like, you gotta commentate this. Gotta commentate this, Bunny Scrat. But I think I told him to shut up. This is serious. This is the last moment right here where this is it, right here, overtime. Oh my god, I remember it like it was yesterday.
It was 8 days ago.
I know, I can't even believe it was only that. It feels like a lot farther. I don't know why. This is it. This is the doom of me. I'm gonna ruin it for you guys. Right there, that's it. You just saw the pivotal moment. That hit marker, it's over.
Wow. Yeah, that concussion grenade did it. Got it right through the.
I was like, no, turn. Too late. The Wickedshrapnel-man takes the victory in the 1v1. Now you better go put that in your gamer profile. 1v1s, 1-0. Right there. You could be like the Modern Warfare 2 kids.
Well, 1v1 me?
Yeah. 1v1s, question marks, a bunch of Z's. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And take it easy, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
See you guys.